Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much as always for stopping by to watch me today. Thank you for all of your love and your support. Okay, so today is just simply me answering all your questions. I have compiled all the questions you guys ask me regarding teaching in the UAE. Okay, all the questions I get, I tried my best to compile them all to make one video. So today I'm going to be answering your questions about teaching in Dubai or UAE, like anyone will call it. A lot of people say Dubai. A lot of people say UAE, whatever it is, you already know what we're talking about. Okay, so let's get right into it. Okay, the first question, okay, in no particular order, is what type of certification do I need to be a teacher in the UAE? Okay, to be a teacher in the UAE, if you want to be a primary school teacher, secondary school teacher, nursery or kindergarten teacher, you need to have a bachelor's degree in education. Okay, so in case you do not have a bachelor's degree in education and you want to teach in the nursery school or in the kindergarten, you can also you need to have a cash level 3. Okay, so that is for kindergarten and or nursery school, but for primary, secondary, you need a bachelor's degree in education. Okay, also for kindergarten or nursery, you need a bachelor's degree in education, but in case you do not have a bachelor's degree in education for nursery or kindergarten, you can get a cash level 3. Okay, you can register for a cash level 3 to qualify you as a teacher for the nursery schools and the kindergarten. Okay, so next question is, what type of certification do I need to be a teaching assistant? Okay, to be a teaching assistant, you need to have your cash level 2. Okay, for the kindergarten teacher or nursery school teacher, you need a cash level 3. For teaching assistant, you need a cash level 2. Okay, you need to have your cash level 2 to be a teaching assistant. All right, so next question is, what is the salary range for teachers and teaching assistants in the UAE? Okay, for teachers, salaries range from between 6,000 to 15,000. It all depends on the type of school you find yourself in. It all depends on how lucky you get. It all depends on how you're able to negotiate. It all depends on the caliber of school. So between 6,000 and to 15,000. Okay, in between. All right, so for teaching assistants, okay, that is for the teachers. Okay, for teaching assistants, salaries are usually between 2,000 to 4,000. Okay, I've never really seen it go more than 4,000. Okay, if you're lucky, you get 2,000. If you're lucky, you get 2,005. If you're lucky, you get 3,005. If you're lucky, you get 4,000. It all depends on the caliber or the type of school you find yourself in. Okay, that is for the teaching assistant. So next question. Do schools provide accommodation? Okay, most of the time, no. Okay, so if you're already in the UAE, schools do not provide accommodation. Okay, both for teachers and teaching assistants. All right, if you're already in the UAE, but they likely will add your accommodation fee to your salary. Okay, so everything will be all inclusive in your salary. All right, if they do not provide you accommodation, most times they don't. But if you leave, let's assume they are employing you, from outside the UAE. Let's say, for example, they're employing you from America, Australia, Canada, US. Yes, sometimes most schools provide accommodation for people they are employing from outside the UAE. Okay, yeah, they do provide accommodation in that regard, but it's your choice. If you do not want accommodation, even if they're employing you from outside, they can simply waive it and just add the accommodation fee to your salary. Okay, so most of the time, if you're coming from abroad, yes, but if you're already here, no. So it all depends. Whatever you want, it's your choice. At the end of the day, they will include your accommodation fee to your salary. Okay, that's what happens. So even for teaching, most of the time for teaching assistants, no matter where you're coming from, they do not provide accommodation. Everything will be inclusive in your salary. Okay, money will be added to your salary as part of your accommodation fee. All right, so let's see the next question. Can I be employed to be a teaching assistant without any type of educational certificate? Okay, I think the question is, can I be employed as a teaching assistant without a teaching certification? Okay, yes, you can. Some schools do employ, if you have great experience with children, yes, they do employ. Um, they can employ you without a cash level 2, because what you need is a cash level 2 to be able to apply as a teaching assistant, right? But some schools actually employ without that. Okay, but it is quite hard. Most of the time, a lot of schools do require that you have your cash level 2, but the truth is, some schools can hire you without that. Okay, you probably have experience, or you probably convinced the interviewer well enough to employ you for that particular role. It is highly possible. When I was a teaching assistant, my first ever teaching assistant job, I didn't have any type of experience, and I didn't even have a cash level 2. But then I went for the interview and I got the job even without. Okay, but these days, to be honest with you, they do require, a lot of schools to ask that you have a cash level 2, but still you can be employed without it. Okay, so let's move to the next question. What diploma can I study to be a teacher or teaching assistant in the UAE? To be a kindergarten teacher or a nursery school teacher, you need to, if you don't have a bachelor's degree in education, you need to apply, to study for your cash level 3. Cash level 3 is what is required. You don't need 1, 2 to get to 3. You can just apply directly to 3, cash level 3, to qualify you as a nursery school teacher or a kindergarten teacher. Okay, but if you have a bachelor's degree in education, you don't need to go for a cash. You can just apply to be a kindergarten teacher, nursery school teacher, primary school teacher, or in other cases, secondary school teacher. Okay, so and for a teaching assistant, what you need to qualify you, the type of certification you need to have is a cash level 2. Some schools actually accept cash level 1. Cash level 1 is for nursery school nannies. Okay, people that take care of babies in the nursery schools. That's cash level 1. Cash level 2 is for teaching assistants in the kindergarten or in the primary school. So you need your cash level 2 to be able to qualify you as a teaching assistant. Okay, cash level 2 for teaching assistant, cash level 3 for kindergarten or nursery school teacher. All right, so next question. Where can I study cash level courses in Dubai? Okay, where I studied there are lots of places you can study actually, but where I studied mine is called the Arabian Child. Okay, they are in the knowledge village. I'm going to put it somewhere right there so you can have access to their information. And I've also made a video where I talked about how I studied for my cash level courses, where I studied it, how much I did it. The video is right there. Go look for it. It might be very well informative for you. All right, so the Arabian Child, that was where I studied mine. You can study in the same place where I studied mine. I'm going to put the number somewhere there so you can have access to that. Okay, so next question. Can I be a subject teacher in Dubai? Yes, of course you can be a subject teacher. It all depends on what you studied in school. You can be a biology teacher, you can be a French teacher, you can be an English teacher. It all depends on if you studied all the subjects in your universities back home. I don't know what you're using your certificate for, or I don't know what you're using your certificate to do. You can be a subject teacher right here. I remember in my previous school, my one of the teachers there that was teaching in the primary, he was teaching French, and he's from Cameroon. Okay, so that means that the French he speaks in Cameroon is super useful for him right now, because now he was a teacher then, and I'm sure he's still a teacher till now right here in UAE, and he is from Cameroon. So if you studied English, biology, French, whatever it is you studied as a subject in school, you can actually be a teacher of that subject. Okay, all right, so it is actually very possible to be a subject teacher in the UAE. All right, the next question now. Do schools give paid leave? Yes, of course. All my leaves have been paid for. Every single leave I have gone on have been paid for. So if you're on leave, 2 months, whatever it is they give to you at a time, you will be paid for it. Yes, schools do pay to go on leave here in the UAE. All right, is the next question now. Okay, is there a contract? Should I sign a contract? Of course, there is usually a contract no matter what type of job you get in UAE. There will definitely always be a contract. And should you sign a contract? Yes, you should sign a contract if you're comfortable, if you feel comfortable with the salary range, if you're comfortable with the school environment, if you're comfortable with all that they offer you. Yes, you should sign a contract, and it's going to be for like 2 years. Okay, so even if later on you don't feel comfortable with the job anymore, you're tired, you don't want to work with them anymore, or for some reason you're not comfortable there, I will advise that you finish up your 2 years so that they don't mess up your gratuity, so that you'll be able to collect your under service payout successfully without any issues. Okay, and again, staying there for 2 years will help you learn more. Just finish the first year of contract, 2 years, so that you can be totally balanced in every way. You gain more experience, and then you will be able to get your gratuity package nicely, and without them slashing your money or taking part of your money away because you didn't finish your contract. So gain experience, stay there, manage, gain experience, and then get your gratuity properly. Okay, so next question would be, so if you feel comfortable with the contract, yes, and the school is responsible for your visa and every other thing they have to offer you. Okay, so next question, let's see. Do they employ Black Africans as teachers? Yes, I am one. So absolutely yes, if you have the right qualification, and if you have the right attitude, and if you have the right everything, yes, of course, there are no discriminations. There are discriminations sometimes, but that doesn't mean you cannot be employed as a Black African person. You definitely can be employed as a Black African person, because I am one of them. So next question, how and where do I start looking for a job? Online. That is the best bet. That is the best place to find a job in the UAE, online. So like I said before, all these questions, I have compiled them from all that you guys have been asking me to make one video for you guys to access. So next question, what are the best job websites to use for my job search? I would always say it again and again. I would always say it, www.indeed.com. That website is amazing to me. I feel it's good. It's a good website for you to search for your jobs. www.dubizzle.com, www.bait.com, a whole lot of them. Okay, so but I really do love Indeed.com a whole lot, because it has been useful for me. Indeed.com and dubizzle.com. Okay, those are my best websites that I have explored, that I've used, and that I love. Okay, that has helped me in so many ways. All right, next question, is it expensive to move to Dubai? No. How many days off in a week? Okay, if you're a teacher or teaching assistant, how many days off do you get? How many days do you get off in a week? 2 days off. It's usually 2 days off. Okay, 2 days off, which is before it was actually Friday and Saturday, but now it's they've changed it. So now it's Saturday and Sunday, just like the rest of the world. Okay, so next question, so you get 2 days off every week. All right, next question, are there professional development opportunities? Yes, of course. It all depends on the caliber of school you find yourself in. A lot of schools do offer that you study more courses, and then they take the money out of your salary gradually. For example, if you're employed as a teaching assistant and you don't have a cash level 2 at that time, they might offer that, okay, we'll employ you, then as you're working with us, you can enroll with us to do your cash level 2, and we will take the salary gradually off your we will take the money gradually off your salary. So yes, there are professional development opportunities in some schools, and in some cases as well, they might offer some other opportunities for teachers. If you like, you take it. If you like, don't take it. At the end of the day, they might say, okay, we'll take so money out of your salary gradually every month, just so you can achieve that educational developmental goal. All right, so next question, and I think it's the last. Can I be a subject teacher? I think I already answered that. Yes, you can be a subject teacher. If you, whatever subject you've learned in school, you can be a teacher of that subject. Okay, don't waste the subject that you learn in school. Biology, chemistry, French. There are lots of teachers. And can you be a language teacher here as well? Yes, you can be a language teacher. You can be an English teacher. You can be anything you want to be, as long as you put your mind to it. All right, so these are the few questions that I have here for now. If you have quite more questions for me, please kindly put it down in the comment section below. I would definitely be very, very happy to reply you. I might not have answered some of the questions that you want to know. Just put it down in the comment section. I will definitely reply you. I'll definitely answer all of them, all of your questions. So anyway, this is it from me today. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Do not forget to continue to show me your support. Thank you so much for all your subscriptions. I am really grateful. I will definitely see you in my next video. Thank you so much. I'll see you in my next video, everybody. Don't forget, ask me questions down below. Whatever I've not answered, I will definitely be willing. I am more than willing to answer it. All right, thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye bye, guys.